Alrighty, my little math minions, let's see if we can do this video using this technology. So we've got EE1 Notes. We're doing order of operations, trying to get ready for tomorrow's game. That's right. So here we go. Order of operations. First, when we simplify an expression, we must complete the steps in the correct order based on the operations. Now, I'm going to tell you that you're used to hearing, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, but this one is a little bit different. We have no Aunt Sally's here. We're talking about penguins. All right? So let's talk first. This sequence of steps is called the order of operations. Okay? You've heard that many times. A lot of you say PEMDAS. I'm still going to do PEMDAS, but it's going to be different words. Okay? And if the order is not followed correctly, our simplified version will not be correct. Okay? If you don't do it in the right order, you will not get the correct answer. So let's look at what we've got here. Now, the first step is parentheses. There we go, parentheses. Okay, so we've got parentheses, and you can see we have a lovely little picture penguin. Okay, so parentheses, and that's all. That would be like this parentheses. It would also be these brackets, or maybe this kind. Okay, so any kind of brackety, putting it around thing, that is what we're talking about. So parentheses, and then we have exponents. So you can remember these. Again, we have PEMDAS, so parentheses, exponents, and now we have multiply or multiplying and dividing in one step. Okay? Left to right. You don't go, oh, here's a multiply and over here's multiply and over here. No, you just start from left. You go, there's a multiply, doot, doot, doot. There's another multiply, doot. Oh, wait a minute. No, multiply, doot, doot, doot. Then, oh, look, there's a divide, doot, doot, doot. Another divide, doot, doot, doot. Here's a multiply, doot, doot, doot. You just go left to right. Okay? You don't jump around. And then after multiply and divide, we have adding and subtracting. Again, in one step, left to right. So I told you normally people say, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Here's a different way to look at it. We have penguins eat meat and dairy. See, milk and burgers, meat and dairy. Ha ha ha. Then ask for a sundae. Ha ha ha. Penguins eat meat and dairy, then ask for a sundae. P-E-M-D-A-S, PEMDAS. You already know this. It's just a review. So let's look at these sample simplify. For each step, write the operation that allows the simplest equivalent expression to be written. So we have 27 divided by the quantity of 4 minus 1 squared minus 1 plus 6. So the first thing we're going to do is parentheses, which means 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay, so there's our little 3. I'm going to color it in, make it all pretty brown, because I only have brown and purple now. Okay, so 3 squared. Any other parentheses? Nope, done. Now we're going to do exponents. Exponents. That means my 3 squared becomes 9. Da, 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 da. Okay, now we're going to do the multiply and divide left to right. 27 divided by 9 is 3. And then it's minus 1 plus 6. So that's the only multiply and divide right there. So now I've got add and subtract. 3 minus 1 is 2 plus 6. Keep add and subtract here. Okay? So what do I get as my answer? It equals 8. Whoops, let's move that up. Sorry. Okay, so it equals 8. 2 plus 6 is 8. Ta-da! And then multiplying and dividing happen together from left to right. And the same with adding and subtracting. I'm just putting the little signs in instead of trying to write, because the tip of my pen is like too big to actually write little teeny tiny stuff. So there we go. Left to right and add and subtract. All right? Flip it. Yep, time to flip. All right, now here we go. So we have order of operations, practice, and reminders. Looking at this, it says types of grouping symbols. Okay, so we already know that we have parentheses, we have brackets, and we can, the weird ones are called braces. I don't know why, but they are. Okay, so I'm going to draw like this is parentheses, this is brackets, and this is braces. Okay, so those are all considered parentheses. All right. Then we've got multiplying and dividing and adding and subtracting. Okay, so this in the same stage or phase or step together. Okay, from, oops, I can't spell. Here we go. From left to right. And then this third circle here says how to show your work. Very important, how to show your work, silly. All right, what you're going to do is vertical alignments. Very important. Watch Mrs. Sissel when she does her work and her examples, because that's how you should be doing it. Okay, so vertical alignments, one step per line. And then optional, you could highlight. Ooh, you could highlight different things like the operation, or, you know, this step, then this step, then this step. Okay, so you can do any of those. Now let's look at, we've got 5 problems here. So I'm going to write down P, E, M, D, A, S. That's how I remind myself which order to do it. And that way it keeps me going step by step, one step for each line. So I've got to do parentheses. There are no parentheses. Done. Exponents. Ooh, I have an exponent. So sometimes I do this too. 2 to the 3rd power. That's 2 times 2, which is 4, times 2 is 8. So this becomes an 8. No more exponents. So I write all my other stuff. 24 minus the 8. And that's times 2 plus 5. So now we're going to do multiply and divide. Oh, here's my multiply right here. 8 times 2 is 16. No more. So I put the plus 5 here and the 24 minus at the front. Now I'm just going to do this. 24 minus 16 is 8, plus my 5 gives me 13. And that's how I get the right answer. Okay? Let's look at number 2. Again, we've got P, E, M, D, A, S. Parentheses, none. Exponents, none. Multiply and divide, none. Just add and subtract. So 5 minus 2 is 3, plus 9 minus 8. 3 plus 9 is 12, minus 8, and 12 minus 8 is 4. There we go. Got that. All right. Number 3. We're almost done here. P, E, M, D, A, S. Parentheses. Up, look at that. I've got brackets, and then inside the brackets I have parentheses. So I need to do what's inside the brackets first. So 1 plus 2 is 3, but we still have brackets here. And that's times 3 and a plus 12, and then brackets and the minus 35. Okay, so I've done one set of parentheses, but I still have another one. Now, inside, you have to do PEMDAS also. So we're not going to do anything with that 12 plus 3 yet, because we have to do 3 times 3. So 9, still in brackets because we haven't finished. 12 plus 9, 21. Okay, now that's everybody. We've done that, so boom, boom, right there. Now, 35 minus 21, 14. Final answer, ding dong. All right, 4. Here, wait a minute. P, E, M, D, A, S. So the quantity of 4 plus 1 squared divided by 1 to the 4th power. Cool. All right. So, parentheses first. 4 plus 1, 5. Keep that squared. And that's divided by 1 to the 4th power. Now we have to do our exponents. 5 squared is 5 times 5. So that's 25. Divided by 1 to the 4th power. That's 1 times 1 is 1. Times 1 is 1. Times 1 is 1. Okay, so there's your 4. 25 divided by 1. Oh, wow. Isn't that easy? 25 divided by 1 is 25. Ta-da! Too easy. All right, last one. Then you're done with your notes for tonight, and be ready to use these notes for the game tomorrow. Bingo, bingo. One more. P-E-M-D-A-S. Seriously, when you're taking your AZ Merit test and it's giving you these kind of problems, write PEMDAS on your scratch paper. Do it one step at a time. This is a serious way to get it done correctly. So parentheses. I don't have any parentheses, do I? Exponents. I don't have any exponents. So I'm going to do multiplying, divide. Ooh, I have dividing here, right? Because it's this divided by that. But I can't do the division until I figure out what this is, huh? So 2 plus, and this is going to be 5 minus 2 is 3. And 6 plus 9 divided by 3. Well, first we have to go 9 divided by 3 is 3. Plus 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. Okay? So now we've got 2 plus 3 divided by 9. What do you think? Well, 3/9 is a fraction that can be reduced. So we're going to change that and make it 1/3. So 2 plus 1/3. I could do 1 divided by 3 and get myself a decimal. Or I could just go 2 and 1/3. Ta-da, done. 2 and 1/3. All right, that's all there is for order of operations. Remember, when you're doing this, PEMDAS can also mean penguins eat meat and dairy, and then ask for a sundae. I'll see you tomorrow, ready to play the game. Return to me with joy and honor. Bye-bye.